Did you go down like several rabbit holes?
Oh
Tell us
yeah.
about like what was one of your best rabbit holes that you can remember?
Oh my goodness. Like so many. And like
Yep.
you said, it's like you become your own advocate. And so you get, I mean, certainly wrapped into diet was a huge part of it. I mean, I was doing colonics for a
Mm-hmm.
crazy period of time. And again, like I believe in everything in moderation, and finding what's best for your body specifically. Oh my goodness. I flew to Canada. I saw a doctor and like he had me doing really interesting things and sitting in front of weird red light machines. And I mean, I was in many rabbit holes and really like doing all of them at the same time. So it's all, sometimes people are like, well, what worked best? And it's a little hard for me to say because I did so many things at once. If one person said to me, like, hey, I had Lyme and this worked, I tried it. The only thing I didn't try was bee venom therapy because I'm kind of afraid of bugs. And so
You
me
know they have
sticking myself with
synthetic
the
or
bee,
like natural ways to inject it now because we've done bee
really,
venom therapy. My father did that many years ago. You actually don't need the bees anymore.
okay, I'm coming to see you guys because that was like the only thing I couldn't get over with that one. But yeah, I went down many rabbit holes with again colonics, saunas, infrared light, just trying to heal. And really, like, I think the biggest one that I went down and that still sticks with me is nutrition for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was, I didn't eat meat for 16 years. And so, which is funny too, because when I had bouts of fatigue in high school and in college, and certainly my mom was involved very much with my health, doctors would tell my mom, oh, she doesn't eat meat. That's why she's tired. She needs to eat meat. And truly, that obviously wasn't it. It was Lyme. However, when I did get super sick and eventually found my way to Dr. Frank Littman in the city, his biggest thing to me, because then I went from all the antibiotics and steroids for the upper respiratory and sinus infection to then doxycyclines for 9 months straight. And I had yeast coating my sinus cavity. My candida was through the roof. I truly lost my memory. I would run into people on the street and knew that I knew them, but had no clue where I met them, what their name was. I would actually write down where I was going because I often would be midway down a block and not remember where I was going. That's how bad my memory was, which I did do neurofeedback for a while, which
Mm-hmm.
did really help. But
Mm-hmm.
it was really changing my diet and doing a really strict candida protocol. And Dr. Littman was like, you need to eat only green vegetables and protein. And I was like, well, I don't eat meat. And he said, you'll either be really hungry eating only green vegetables or you'll start eating meat again. And that night I had a filet mignon and some green vegetables and it changed my life. Like it
Mm.
really, like within 2 weeks of doing that super strict. I mean, granted, I did have die off, but like I felt like I could think again.
Yeah.
And just that, I was like, how did this happen? I ate healthy before. I didn't eat meat. I ate a ton of fruits and veggies. I mean, granted, I ate a lot of grains, but gluten-free grains because I was having so many stomach issues. And it was so amazing to me that just simply changing my diet could help me feel so much better. And then that spun me into a rabbit hole of kind of going down the nutrition path and certainly ended up doing my certification through the Institute of Integrated Nutrition because I just wanted to know more. And then also, I think in going through this, like a lot of other people that have chronic illness and you do become your own advocate. And granted, I was already personal training. I was like, if I can feel better by doing this, how can I help other people feel
Mm.
better also?
Another common thing for anyone that's gone through is paying it forward, right? I've
Yeah.
seen people start foundations, write books, do that, and
Yeah.
become experts in helping others. And I feel like that is part of the journey, right? When you're
100%.
healing, you go through a transformation yourself that is much deeper that I say, and I always say medicine gets it wrong that their level of success is relief of symptoms. I
Right.
think it's like truly transforming your life for the better, which
Yeah.
includes sometimes changing career or going into and sharing all of the
Mhm.
things you've learned, which really is so much, right?
Yeah.
And you go into the diet, you learn these things, you keep learning, you go to the IA and then you go into paying that forward. But again, it doesn't mean that you are suddenly at this epitome of health because you yourself
Right.